You want to give the meeting date? Today is calling to order the May 9th, 2023.
Yep, May 9th
meeting.
of the Conservation Commission.
Yes. All right, so roll call. Commissioner Collins,
Here.
Commissioner Martinez,
Here.
Commissioner Alminas,
Here.
Commissioner Miller. Commissioner Miller is absent. Commissioner Jones. Commissioner Jones is absent. Commissioner Ryan.
Present.
Commissioner Bongiorni.
I believe Commissioner Bongiorni sent a message saying he was out of town, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Commissioner Bongiorni is absent.
Okay. So the first item on the agenda is the property known as 1478 Parker Street. And we have been, all the questions have been answered. The commission was sent an order of conditions. Does the commission have any questions? Or is there
No,
anybody who wants to give any comment actually before we get into the vote? We have seen our order of conditions. This is Bass Pond.
I think you detailed the cleanup in the recording. I was able to watch the recording of the last meeting, and it detailed what was going to be done for remediating the growth in the pond as well as the Phragmites. So the only remaining question I had, which I talked to Commissioner Sullivan, was asking about once you kill the Phragmites with the treatment, what happens to all of the massive amount of Phragmites that died off? What do you do with them? So he said he's investigating that question. I'm not sure that's something that anyone on this call could answer.
Probably not, although I think originally their plan called for basically harvesting. And then they found out that they can treat because they're not in the
water. Yep.
Yeah, if they're in the water, they can treat.
Yep.
So.
And I'd also like to know, just as a point of information, I'm an abutter and there are a number of people that are, what we can do to assist, to help, to give access when they're treating, what to do before, during, and after, because we want to assist this process in any way that we can. We're so more than overjoyed that this is finally going to happen. As you know, it's been a long and painful road to get here. So cannot wait to have it done. But anything that we can do, if you want to let us know or have Commissioner or Pat Sullivan let us know, that would be ideal.
Yeah, we should, Alba, we'll just send a message to Parks to just keep I think we've been sending messages to you, right? You've been passing them on, Diane?
I've been getting them by email. I'm sending them to the group, but I know there's kind of a formal process that comes through the mail for the abutters when they're doing the treatment. But again, anything that I can do with the group to send that out, I'd be happy to.
Okay, excellent. Are there other questions or comments?
Park Department would be proud to hear that. The neighbors, are concerned and that is finally happening, as well as want to assist.
Absolutely. And the other thing is that, is there going to be, and I know I'm asking a lot, but that's why I'm here, is what will happen going forward? Is this now going to be a 3-year process, or how do we not get to this point again?
Well, their permit is for 3 years. So if they see growth, they can treat again within the permit. Yes.
Okay. Thanks.
Can anyone hear me?
Who's that?
This is Dan Nitchie.
Can hear you now, Dan.
Thank you guys. Sorry. Yeah, so we'll be letting the abutters know for the pond. And as far as the treatment, once we we'll be treating the frag from the water side, not from the land side. Anything of Phragmites that's above the water, we're not actually allowed to treat. It's only those portions of the Phragmites that are in the water. So it's most of them. It's the biggest part of the population, but that's really what's going to get treated is what's in the water, not on the land. Just so Diane and the other residents of the area know that.
Yeah, so any expertise that could be shared for us to deal with the Phragmites that might be starting on the land, we don't want it to grow into the water. So anyone that has that kind of information, I found some sites in Canada that deal with Phragmites routinely, so.
Yeah.
please share.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
We
so
will-
Dan, if we could ask the park to share that. I know
Sure.
there's a number of things and usually the most effective is digging out the roots.
Yeah, or what happened many moons ago when we first got the permit is the water level was extremely low. And when it came up about 4.5 feet, that killed all the Phragmites and they essentially dissolved in the
Yeah.
water. The following year I went back, there was nothing left. No roots, no stems, nothing. But we may not be getting those kinds of fluctuations anymore. So I'll talk with the Parks Department about getting out some information.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
If there's no other questions, then a motion to issue the order of conditions as written is in order.
I so move.
Thank you, Francis.
I'll second it.
Thank you. Okay, Alvin, if you'd call the roll.
Yes, Commissioner Collins,
Yes.
Commissioner Martinez,
Yes.
Commissioner Alaminas,
Yes.
and Commissioner Ryan.
Yes.
Thank you. Long process, but it's finally through.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chris,
Yes,
this is Tim Allen. Could I just wanted to say thanks. Diane's done a great job of advocating for the Bass Pond people, and thanks to you guys in the Parks Department for moving this thing along. Appreciate it.
I
thank you,
second it.
Tim.
Thank you so much. Come
you.
fishing anytime.
And item 2 on our agenda is basically the same order of conditions, except this one is for 6929, which is the ponds in Forest Park.
Correct.
So it's the very same conditions, same order of conditions. If there are no questions from anyone on that order, then I would entertain a motion to issue that order as written.
I just want to ask Dan if you're treating at the water level. Will you be watching again for any problem going forward that it will enter the waterway?
Yeah, we'll be monitoring as they apply the herbicide.
Thank you.
Yeah, welcome.
So do we have a motion to issue the order as written?
I'll make a motion, we issue the order as written.
Thank you. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Thank you, Peter. Okay, Alvin, you can call the roll.
Commissioner Ryan. Commissioner Ryan,
Frank, are you there? I
Oh,
think
that
he's
was
calling. you.
right. Yes.
Yes,
okay. Commissioner Alaminas,
Yes.
Commissioner Martinez,
Yes,
and Commissioner Collins.
yes. Thank you. The third item is for Greenleaf Park. Again, we have all been sent the order of conditions. It appears to have everything in it to me that we asked for. Are there any questions on the order? Hearing none, then a motion to issue that order as written would be in order.
I'll make a motion to issue the order of conditions for Greenleaf Park as written.
Thank you, Peter.
I'll
we have a
second
second?
it.
Thank you, Juanita. Alvin, if you'd like to call the roll on that one?
Yes, Commissioner Collins,
Yes.
Commissioner Martinez,
Yes,
Commissioner Alaminas,
Yes.
and Commissioner Ryan.
Yes.
Thank you. I can't believe we're doing so many orders. I don't think we've done this many orders in a meeting in a long time.
right.
So number 4 is the order of conditions for the property at north side of Boston Road for the first lot. This one is 7345. Again, we had the order sent to us. It looks pretty as though it covered everything that we're looking for. And does anybody have any questions after reading it or any concerns? Hearing none, then a motion to issue that order.
I have a question. Are there any wetlands involved, or is that just strict, what does it abut? Because I'm not familiar with that location.
There were wetlands at the
They're
back of the
usually-
property, yes,
Yeah,
but they're staying the required distance away. And they're following the order of conditions did have the things in it that we needed.
was that the 100, 200 feet?
Yes,
of the lot?
yes, it was.
Okay, thank you.
And
This is-
the-
One from the last meeting.
this is one for the last meeting where there were two house lots, but they wanted to do the orders separately in case they were sold separately. And I understand that because it makes it much easier when you're doing a closing on a
That's what
house.
thank you.
This is John Masick from our Levesque Associates, on behalf of our client, Graham's Construction. I can share the plan if the commission would like, to illustrate. And I also wanted to bring up the or raise the fact that unbeknownst to me, our client would like to reconsider the requirement to set wetland bounds at the 50-foot buffer. It's come to my attention that in the past there was a proposed subdivision that would have filled the entire IBW in question, and I can share that plan as well.
That was never issued. And
I understand that.
And the commission, as I think it was stated to you clearly at the meeting, that we've had a lot of problems when we don't have bounds with people going going beyond where they should. I, for one, wouldn't consider, but if one of the other commissioners wants to make a motion to amend the order, because they can, I don't anticipate hearing one, but anybody, does anyone want to remove that condition?
I might also, I think perhaps a planted buffer of some sort might be more, they might be more amenable to that if the commission could see clear to that consideration.
I thought we decided.
The public hearing's closed, quite honestly. You know that, John, and those issues should have been brought forward, or you should have asked to have it continue.
I don't dispute that. I was not aware of this situation. It was brought to my attention. I was, sort of late to this project, unfortunately. I do not dispute that fact.
But I think we had decided a while back that the plantings, some sort of a boundary mark was more important than the plantings.
If I believe you're correct, I believe the discussion at the public hearing was that in this case, a planting was probably wouldn't be good because it was right in the middle of the backyard type thing. I thought that option was discussed at the meeting. That's my memory.
It was, and because the planting would, when it bushed out, they wouldn't have any backyard. And anyway, plants can die. I mean, a tree can die, and I think the marker was.
I recall that we held firmly to the boundaries.
Mm-hmm. Because we've had that in other
You
issues,
weren't
in other
pleased with that
cases.
distance either, yeah.
Understood. I just, I'm trying to raise the concerns that have been brought to my attention, but I will absolutely defer to your judgment.
Are they looking to amend it at a further time?
I would have to confer with our clients, but at this point, we would certainly look forward to a vote to issue the order.
Take exit 51.
I don't know what that was, someone. Okay, so is there a motion to issue the order as written?
We issue the order with the boundaries that exist
Yes, as written, yes.
as written. Thank you.
Was that a motion, Francis?
Yes, I so move.
Is there a second?
I'll second it.
I'll say,
Alvin, if you'd call the roll?
Yes, Commissioner Ryan,
Yes,
Commissioner Alminas,
Yes.
Commissioner Martinez,
Yes,
and Commissioner Collins.
Yes. So the next one is the same exact issue. It's 7346. It's the other building lot from this same project. Again, this order does carry the bounds, so unless somebody wants to amend it to remove it, when we issue the order as written, the bounds will be required. The markers. So is there a motion to issue the order as written?
I'll make a motion to issue the order as written.
Thank you, Peter. Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Thank you, Juanita. Alvin, if you call the roll?
Yes, Commissioner Collins,
Yes.
Commissioner Martinez,
Yes,
Commissioner Alminas,
Yes.
Commissioner Ryan.
yes.
Okay, has passed. Thank you.
Thanks a
John,
lot.
you did your duty to your client. However, you should have advised them that the hearing's closed. I'm really out of order bringing that up at this point, but
Understood.
okay,
Thank you.
under item 4 and all other items that might come before the committee, I just will let the committee know that there was a letter sent to Phil Dromey from the applicant who wants to develop the Eastfield Mall, asking for relief on the filing fee. And I told Phil that there's no provision in the statute for relief on the filing fee for a project, especially for a commercial project. So he'll be sending that information back. Does anybody have anything else?
On Eastfield Mall. I'd
On
love to.
Eastfield Mall, yeah.
Yeah, I'd love to, I have no idea if we can achieve this. I'd love to see much of that parking lot that abuts Boston Road turned into a meadow with trees. There's no way there ever is going to be the need for that much parking. So can we take
The
that?
abuts Boston Road?
Yeah. You know how broad that parking lot is?
Oh, huge.
Uphill, yeah. I mean, I think it's just time to start thinking that developers need to be more aware of the health of our environment.
I think those malls are a thing of the past now anyway. But the
Yeah.
but the parking lot is there. There's
It's
a project for the neighborhood to do and get some CPA money.
Okay,
That's a perfect project.
would Tim Allen pass that on? The appropriate council
I
There
mean,
you
that-
go.
and association, yeah.
But I think, Alvin, you could ask Phil to encourage the applicant with Commissioner Ryan's suggestion that they consider increasing green space rather than all that blacktop when they do their filing.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if I should, I've seen the drawings and they are breaking up that parking lot a lot. But, I don't want to speak on behalf of it. I just, I know they have that in mind. That big parking lot as it is not going to exist the way that it is.
Great
So-
to hear.
So
So what-
there are
what are
some
they-
preliminary drawings, Tim?
Yeah, I have preliminary drawings. Yeah. Yeah.
Would you share, are they electronic?
I only got them on paper, but Phil must have them or something. It's when we gave them the permit or the special permit a couple weeks ago. Monday, May 1st, I think was the meeting. Oh, no.
Alvin,
I think it
Would
was
you ask-
it was the end of April. I'm sorry.
No, Alvin, ask Phil if he's got them electronically. And if he does, if he could share them with the commission. And if he's only got it in paper to let us know, and then Commissioner, like Commissioner Ryan, I'm sure probably wants to set, and anybody else, Phil could print them right there. But would you ask him what he's got, Alvin?
Will do.
Okay,
What are
I'd
the
like to
plans?
see
Oh,
the drawings
Yeah.
of what they're doing myself.
Yeah. Do we know what they're doing there? I mean,
Yeah,
They have a preliminary plan, so.
preliminary. And we gave them one permit and they need another one. They're coming again. I can't remember when. But yeah, there's drawings of what buildings will have what, that sort of thing. No names of stores or anything, but just what type of building or, different buildings that'll have retail, that kind of thing. And it's, the parking lot it's more of a drive up concept. So if you knew us, there may, I'm just guessing, there may be 3, 4, 5 buildings where there's now one big Eastfield Mall. There's 3, 4, 5, 6 buildings. I can't remember exactly, but you'll drive up in front of the stores that, the building has the stores you want. So there's parking all over the place. It's not one big massive piece of parking.
So it sounds like there's certainly going to be opportunity to increase green space.
I would say there is. They spoke about it. I don't know if it shows so far with their preliminary drawings, but I know they were talking about it.
No, there must be some. So Alvin, see what you can find for the committee,
Sure.
if you don't mind.
No problem. And before we go, I'm not sure if Phil has it on your agenda. I don't see it on my agenda. But it was a matter of water testing for the Chicopee River. It was on the last meeting agenda. I guess Phil was contacted about water testing in a section of Indian Orchard of again a particular section of Chicopee River. For I have it down as a CHR bacteria sampling.
Yeah, I thought we discussed that at a previous meeting and said we'd be willing to do what we had done in the past. I think we paid for, I don't remember whether it was 1 or 2 testing stations.
Okay, so they have requested $225 for the testing. So
And that sounds about right, because I thought they were like 100 or 125 per testing station. And that would, Alvin, that would come out of our filing fee account.
okay, so Phil just wanted to ensure that we pass, or that you guys are.
Yeah, we had discussed it and said we wanted to do what we had in the past, so he can take that money out of the filing fee account.
Okay, do you guys require a vote, or you guys are all set, or?
I think we voted on it the last time that we wanted to do what we had done in the past.
I think
Okay.
we did. Yeah.
All right, thank you.
And the only other thing is, as Phil told me, he does have a proposal down in HR for redrawn proposal for a staff person. And making it show that Kevin actually helped with the open space plan and other things, so that it shows it's a more encompassing position. And he's waiting to hear back from HR so he can repost.
Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah.
I'm sure you'll be excited about that, Alvin.
Yes.
If there's nothing else, then a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
I'll
Is there a
second
second?
that.
Thank you. Alvin? If you call the roll, since we're in Zoom, we have to.
Sure. Commissioner Collins,
Yes.
Commissioner Martinez,
Yes.
Commissioner Alminas,
Yes.
and Commissioner Ryan.
Yes.
Thank you, everybody.